We landed in one of those corkscrew landings and ran out because they said there might be sniper fire. I don't remember anybody offering me tea on the tarmac when that was happening.
Welcoming ceremony had to be moved inside because of sniper fire.
I certainly do remember that trip to Bosnia, and as Togo said, there was a saying around the White House that if a place was too small, too poor, or too dangerous, the president couldn't go, so send the First Lady. And that's where we went. And I remember landing under sniper fire. There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles to get to our base. But yes?
There's some differing accounts of your trip to Bosnia, and I'm wondering if you can clarify. I know you recalled ducking under sniper fire, and Sinbad, in his account, who was on the trip, he said that the most dangerous part was remembering where he was going to eat next.
He's a comedian, you know, Jeff. He's a comedian.
So you actually recall, hearing gunfire, and were you
when we were flying into Bosnia, we had to. Part of the reason we were in the C-17 is because part of it is armored. I was moved up into the cockpit. Everyone else was told to sit on their bulletproof vests. You recall that. And we came in a evasive maneuver. Those of you who've been on C-17s or C-130s know that one of their great characteristics is that they can take off very quickly and they can maneuver agilely to avoid incoming fire. There was no greeting ceremony, and we basically were told to run to our cars. Now that is what happened. I was also told that the greeting ceremony had been moved away from the tarmac, but that there was this 8-year-old girl, and I said, well, I can't rush by her. I've got to at least greet her. So I greeted her, I took her stuff, and I left. Now that's my memory of it. I made a mistake in describing it. I have said many times, I have talked about this many times, that we were, very much told by the Secret Service and the military that we were going into a war zone. But we certainly did take precautions. There is no doubt about that, and I remember that very clearly, but I did make a mistake in talking about it, the last time and recently. So I made a mistake. That happens. It proves I'm human, which, for some people is a revelation.
There was a lot of fulminating because Hillary, one time late at night when she was exhausted, misstated and immediately apologized for it what happened to her in Bosnia in 1995. Y'all see all that? All they blew. And some of them, when they're 60, they'll forget something when they're tired at 11 o'clock at night, too.
Regarding your Bosnia trip, you said, I remember landing under sniper.
Yeah, no, wait, that's what I said when I was sleep deprived. You can read my book, and I said something very different. Yeah, I misspoke. Yeah, I totally misspoke. I've talked about this endlessly. I wrote about it, and I don't know what I was thinking. Because, yeah, we were told that we had to land under, some threats, and the military did a great job. I was the first lady taken to a war zone since Eleanor Roosevelt. But that was just sleep deprivation or something.
It is so great to be here. I was worried I wasn't going to make it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was pinned down by sniper fire.
Really? Right out here?
How do you reconcile the campaign of credibility that you have when you made those comments about what happened getting off the plane in Bosnia, which totally misrepresented what really happened on that day? You really lost my vote, and what can you tell me to get that vote back?
Well, Tom, I can tell you that I may be a lot of things, but I'm not dumb. And I wrote about going to Bosnia in my book in 2004. I laid it all out there. And you're right. On a couple of occasions in the last weeks, I just said some things that weren't in keeping with what I knew to be the case and what I had written about in my book. And, I'm embarrassed by it. I have apologized for it. I've said it was a mistake. And it is, I hope, something that you can look over. I know that it is something that some people have said, wait a minute, what happened here? But I have talked about this and written about it, and then unfortunately in a few occasions I was not as accurate as I have been in the past. So I will either try to get more sleep, Tom, or have somebody who is there as a reminder to me. You can go back for the past 15 months. We both have said things that turned out not to be accurate. that happens when you're talking as much as we have talked, but, I'm very sorry that I said it, and I have said that, it just didn't jive with what I had written about and knew to be the truth.
You don't mind fooling around a little bit, you'll play these. Okay, good.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to it.
Jack Kelly, man, the command sergeant major.
Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Good to see you. You guys are doing a great job. I can't wait to thank everybody that I meet in person.
Thank you very much.
Very glad to see you. And I have brought some presents for all of you from the students, the 7th grade students in Baumholder, who have been writing you back and forth with letters. I have brought many boxes of letters.
Thank you. Mr. Clinton, I'm very happy because you're here, and I must thank you because you give us a lot of help, and I want all the best in Bosnia.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hi. Nice to meet you.